We also have a rematch of a Sunday night game from earlier this year between the Cowboys and the Eagles. The Cowboys had one of their best performances of the year that night. They're going to need it again if they want to nail down the division when they go to Philadelphia. And we've been saying for weeks that the NFC East is going to come down to Week 16, Dallas at Philadelphia. If the Cowboys win, they win the division. If the Eagles win, they still have to take care of some business Week 17. But this is the focal point. This is the big game of the week as it relates to playoff implications, and the Cowboys have an injury to be concerned about, and that is Dak Prescott's shoulder, Chris. He was injured on a 7-yard run on the second series of the game. He was tackled by Clay Matthews. He didn't miss a play, and Dak Prescott has never missed a game, but there's a concern, and Ezekiel Elliott let the cat out of the bag yesterday.
I knew it when I saw it, but sorry, go ahead.
AC joint, go ahead.
Yeah.
AC joint injury to Dak Prescott. And look, what are the challenges of trying to throw a football when your shoulder's banged up that way?
Yeah, it's bothersome. You know, I've hurt my AC joint before. Now it depends on the severity of the sprain of the AC joint and all of that. But just to lift your arm up, that's the thing that hurts you the most. There's so many muscles that connect into that AC joint that it really bothers you to get that elbow up there to make the proper throw and do those type of things. And just vitally important that he can throw the ball effectively. Not only, we're expecting cold weather in the Northeast this weekend, so he's going to have that. But the Philadelphia Eagles, that's not the team. Again, we want the Cowboys to run the ball. But I don't think you can just sit there and go, oh, we're going to run the ball on the Philadelphia Eagles. There's no definite there. That's one of the strengths of their football team is slowing down the run game. And one of the weaknesses of their team here as of late is their secondary. And they're going to have to make some plays in the pass game. So that's where this is a crucial injury to make sure he doesn't leave yards or completions out on the field because he's less than dealing with this AC joint. But I saw it, Mike, when it happened. And even as I was watching the game in real time, I could tell it bothered him because if you watch the replay again, too, and I always look into this, if we could show it, watch when he gets up. Watch when he gets up. He doesn't move his right arm. He lets it just hang there. He'll kind of do a shoulder thing with his left arm, but his right arm, he just keeps it real still. Like he flips it back, and look, he kind of lets it hang down, and he doesn't move. I don't know. Maybe I'm being picky there. Maybe I've seen too many guys over the years, but I thought I saw it, and then even got in the huddle, I thought he made a little reference to it once again, but definitely a little scary for the Cowboys.
Here's Jason Garrett, coach of the Cowboys, talking about Dak Prescott's status for Sunday at Philadelphia.
Yeah, they did an MRI, and everything seems to be okay, but he just banged it up, and it's hard for him to function right now, so don't anticipate him throwing much in practice today.
You concerned a little bit about the injury sort of piling up on Dak and maybe affecting performance at some point?
Not really. He's a pretty tough individual. He'll be ready to go.
One of the most overlooked qualities and characteristics of a franchise quarterback, the ability to play each and every week. And for some, it's going to be through injury. He's never missed a game in his entire career, 62 for 62. He's 2 games away from completing his rookie contract. There is no way he's going to miss this one. And you mentioned the weather for Philadelphia on Sunday, late afternoon, low 40s, no wind, no precipitation. Bad. So that'll be a little bit better. By the end of the game, it'll be close to freezing. So it's going to drop about 10 degrees between the 3 hours from kickoff to conclusion. But once you get lathered up, once you get the sweat going, once you get things worked out, I think that he'll be okay. But we just don't know. And it's not like they have to tell us. They don't have to tell us the results of the MRI. They don't have to tell us that he's going to be okay. All they have to tell us is, did he practice? If so, was he limited? Did he fully participate? That's all they have to tell us Wednesday and Thursday. And Friday, they just have to apply a label or no label at all. Questionable, doubtful, out, or no label, which means he's good to go. They don't have to get into the details as to how it's going to affect him throwing the football. And that's really going to be the thing to see. And that's what we're going to have to watch early in the game. How does he look throwing the ball? Does it seem like he's got limitations, or is he able to do everything he needs to do? Or is it going to be an Ezekiel Elliott day, right? And if you're the Eagles, if you're Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator, do you design that defense to take away Ezekiel Elliott and force Dak Prescott to show you that he can throw.
Well, I think that's one of the things you look for early on to go, what does it look like when Dak's throwing the ball deep and doing things like that aggressively? And then maybe you can change how you want to attack them, from that standpoint on. If you feel like, you could tell there's some tenderness or some grimacing going on when he throws the ball plus 20 yards or something like that, then maybe you do get a little bit more aggressive with some of your defensive calls. My big thing is this. The Dallas Cowboys have all the pressure in the world on them in this game. They should win this game. They're the better team. They are more talented. The Philadelphia Eagles have a get-out-of-jail-free card. They're banged up. There's no weapons around Carson Wentz. They're not supposed to win this game. As we saw, yes, the first meeting in Dallas versus Philadelphia, one of the best games of the year for the Dallas Cowboys, last week was probably the best game. And we see when Dallas is hitting on all cylinders, they're as good as anybody in football. The problem is they don't hit on all cylinders very much. And they should win this football game. I mean, they really should. The Eagles are not playing well on defense, and their formula on offense is throw to the tight ends and throw to the two running backs. Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Goddard, Ertz for a bunch of 5- and 8-yard throws. If the Dallas Cowboys can't win this game, then, really they all deserve to be fired down there. There's nothing I could say more than that.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.